When the topic of concussions arise, football often comes to mind. But are concussions a serious problem in other sports? Reporter Blake Benard looks at youth ice hockey and its connection to the head injury.
The physicality of ice hockey is extremely intense, and recently that has led to rule changes and increased awareness in youth hockey leagues.
It's a real hot topic nowadays.
It's nerve-wracking at times.
Concussions in ice hockey are nearly as common as high school football and just as dangerous.
You're always exposed. You could be falling down and a guy comes to hit you in the shoulder and he hits you in the head instead.
A recent study published in the Journal of Pediatrics showed that younger adolescents who play ice hockey suffer from concussion symptoms for a much longer period than more physically mature players.
Their brains are developing, their bodies are developing.
This concern has led to USA Hockey changing rules in recent years, specifically raising the body checking age from 11 to 13.
Up until 5 years ago, they'd start their checking at 11. So that's been a big difference.
One place youth hockey players need to be incredibly careful is up against the boards. A lot of times they're checked and they crash into the surface. And when it's done drastically enough, it can lead to concussions.
Following a big hit, if a player comes to the bench and is dizzy or nauseated, that is a huge red flag.
Any type of mention of any of those symptoms after the contact, that player is done for that session and typically will go get concussion tested.
Prolonged issues can arise if a player comes back too soon.
Any parent that would let their kid go back in shouldn't be a parent. It's something you go to a legitimate doctor and you make sure that all the symptoms are gone for a certain length of time.
And coaches should also be on the alert.
The biggest thing that coaches can do to help with the recovery process for concussions is sticking to the rule of if there's a concussion suspected, that there's no same-day return to play.
Following baseline testing at places like the Banner Concussion Center, the player typically experiences limited action on the ice for a week or two before finally returning to contact play. In the broadcast center, Blake Benard, Cronkite News.